original kind of flow forward in the session, but just so that you know, I didn't feel like I was going back and forth.
I particularly was very, very impressed, and kudos and shout outs go to Thorin for someone you had just discussed earlier in class how you do not like to confront if it's not your family or your friends, and that confrontation even held her back. I really appreciated that. It was like a breath of fresh air to see that.
What did she confront? What was it about?
She said, let's focus on the real issue.
I said because you were giving a lot of detailed examples about your kids.
And that's right. And you said, what exactly is the problem? Yes, I remember that now. That was a clarifying moment for me. That was very useful, actually. Because that's when I was like, I want them to be good people. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I actually liked doing therapy alone rather than, because I noticed that in the sessions when there's two of us, whenever I have a really good thought, the other person has one too.
Yeah.
And then whenever I don't have a thought, they happen to not have one at that moment.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know why I'm never synced up with that person. And so like, I felt like I could flow and know that I was going to be the one next one to think, to talk. So I could flow with it a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was really cool how we could, like I saw all of the different skills that we've learned being used, not necessarily by like one person, but like because we all got to go, like we saw all of them. Like Shireen, when she was silent.
I know.
That's so good.
Like and then like Monica, when you did your confrontation thing, that was amazing. There's just like everyone had their own little thing that was really good.
Yeah, I thought there were some very powerful moments, and I'm sorry I don't remember who did it, but when you're the counselor, you don't remember that kind of stuff. But it was, one of them was definitely defining the problem, and then another was the diving in. That I do remember Phil doing that to me. No, I don't want to dive into it. And then there was the shift that Shireen pointed out about, what can I do differently versus what's normal. Just sort of sitting back and letting it be normal. And then looking at this in terms of the context of where did I get this idea that I need to be a competent mom was sort of important for me. I'm trying to remember, what else did I have big reactions to that you saw? What did you take notes on?
I took notes on you didn't have that kind of relationship with your dad, as in the twins will have with theirs.
Right.
Maybe we could have gone into that.
Yeah.
That was something pretty profound.
Yeah.
I remember when I said like using a different skill, and then when Adelina like expanded on that, you were like, oh, maybe they are just normal because you said you had no other skills to use.
And it was the homework piece too. That idea. I think Mary had said. Did I just say her name right? Maria. Lauren, Mary, Maria had said, could you use how could you use your strengths of what you do well in this situation? I said, well, I do homework. When I get nervous, I do research. Like I go on the internet and I'll buy books and I'll do all this stuff. But I've read a lot of books. I've done a lot of research. And that's when I finally kind of caved and said, okay, well, maybe this is just normal. Because that's what I hear from all of my friends who have kids at this age. I think that's what it finally clicked in, like, well, they're having the same issue.
I think also when you said the doorknob thing, I don't know, I felt like I finally get what you were saying, but you kind of lit up too, and you kept referring back to it. It was kind of like this moment.
It was the best moment of my mother's life, and I literally sang the song and danced around and mocked him, and he danced with me. He thought it was great, he thought I was dancing, and playing, but it was such a good moment,
I think Rima, too, you also did a great job discussing schedules, and it was the only time that Ginger actually said something about her father.
Yeah.
And if it would have lasted longer, you totally would have gotten a good chunk of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, because of Daddy's schedule. And I want to go back to this, the doorknob. Who was it that asked me when did I do things well?
I think it was me.
That was you, because the bedtime bit felt good to say too, that we'd done.
Oh, no.
That was you? Because the bedtime bit felt good, and then you did the positive search for the doorknob bit. So I think both of those moments I felt like, yeah, that was good, you know?
Something that just clicked in my head that I was thinking the whole time you were talking about the schedules is I kept thinking, remembering to the first day when you said you're so like you do everything 5 by the minute, and I was like waiting for someone to be like, but you're so like that's such a confident thing, you know, like confidence. If like you were my real client, like I would have been like, but you are so organized, and you say you're not, but you really are.
Right.
Like everything is so organized there.
Yeah.
So it just like clicked in my head as soon as you started talking about it. Your life with your kids is really organized.
That would have been really interesting, because you're right. That's a complete confrontational discrepancy, because my nature is to be very sort of flighty, whatever, especially when I feel overwhelmed and burned out. But I try to compensate for that to be good at whatever I'm doing by being organized. And sometimes it's, when you see the theories syllabus, you'll see it. It's like an 18-page syllabus. It's my compensation.
I think that when we were looking for confrontation, we were looking for something negative.
Yeah.
But this was a positive confrontation of, wait, you're really better than what you think you are.
That's a really good point.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Confrontation doesn't have to be negative. Any other reactions or thoughts about the process? Was it as scary as you thought it was going to be with me?
Yeah, it was not fun.
Well, I saw Juliana's face. When she got up, she rolled her eyes, and I was like, oh, was it that bad?
A lot of people avoided eye contact too. Like sitting here, you can see, and a lot of people kind of like talk like this, like to the side.
Yeah.
I can't see that in there.
I actually found myself not making eye contact when I was talking about some sensitive things. I would kind of look away and wonder, what are they going to think of me? What are they going to think of me if I talk about this, you know? And I remember getting nervous about sharing some things.
And it was interesting how like your pace changed. Like you were talking really fast at the beginning.
Yeah.
When you're talking about your schedule, and then it kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
It depended on the person who you're talking to a little bit too.
Yeah. And probably my comfort level in talking about this, and what am I going to share, what am I not going to share. And
It reminded me of the book when it talked about, it seemed just like a good example of when it talked about how one therapy session depended on a person's theoretical
orientation.
thank you, orientation will just take it in a completely different direction.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's interesting to see
That
it.
is interesting. That's
I
a
can
really
kinda see
nice
the beginnings.
illustration. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice illustration of how the story can be told in different ways.